Hey everyone, welcome back. We are going to learn about components and we're going to create like a basic button component that we can reuse. So many of you may already know how to create a component, but I just want to do a quick refresher for some of you that don't. So I'm here in just a test file and I urge you all to just create a regular design file and follow along. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to move around. I'm going to press F and I'm just going to create just a frame like this. It doesn't matter right now because we're creating the body of the button. Then I'm going to press T for the actual text tool up here, and I'm going to click inside that frame. Here, we're just going to write button label. So there we go. We have a button label, and I'm just going to adjust that to 16 pixels, or we can leave it. Yeah, 16 is fine. You can adjust that to 16 or 14. I like to keep my buttons around that size. And I'm going to give it a medium font weight. You can choose any font you want. I'm using Inter. It's a really great font. And that's it. Now we are going to go to this frame layer and I'm going to rename it. So you can press Control R, Command R, whatever product you're using, whether it's Mac or Windows. And I'm going to just type in button. There we go. Now, the great thing is I'm going to go over to auto layout. So I'm going to adjust the spacing between items to 0 because we don't really need that right now. And then I'm going to adjust the actual horizontal spacing to something like maybe 24 pixels. And I'm not going to have any vertical padding right now. We're actually going to make sure that the vertical resizing is fixed. And we can adjust that height to whatever we want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep it at, let's say 40 pixels in height. And make sure my content is centered. I'm going to zoom in now. And there we go. We have a button. We can go ahead and adjust things like the border radius. We can adjust things like the fill. So we can give it, say, maybe like a nice blue fill. And we can adjust the label within to white. So I just pressed FFF. And there we go. We have our button label. Perfect. And that is everything. Now this button label is kind of responsive, so you can keep it to like hug content like this, or you can make it a fixed width if you want it to spread across something. So that's our button. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to press the component button here. And there you go. Now we have a component. So remember, if you are using components, they're only available for professional users across multiple files. So I won't be able to access this button from another file unless I took it. This is the master one with those little squares over here. But unless I took this, copied and pasted it. So now I can go ahead into my assets file and I can see that that component's there and I can use it any which way I want. And even when I update this master, it's going to update that as well. So that's how we're going to create a basic button component.